XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if we refer to our analysis in my last video after the price drop, we mentioned if we get any reversal, we can look for trade. As we can see, the price reversed, but based on 1 hour chart, we didn't have any trade set up unless anyone trade based on lower time frame, 15 minutes, because the only way to get the trade was if anyone get the trade based on 15 minutes, either from here or here. All right. Anyway, based on 1 hour chart, there was no trade setup, and as what we expected, the price drop. The price reverse, but there was no trade setup based on 1 hour chart. And as I mentioned, the only way was to trade based on lower time frame from here, based on 15 minutes. And right now we're looking at this. Okay, as we were looking for the reversal with the flag or small correction to for if you want to, I mean, we mentioned if you want to look for trade, we can look for the reversal with the sharp move, including the, I mean, after that, if we get a flag or small correction, we can take the trade. But right now, we get the bigger correction. No one see what's the next. First of all, we move to higher time frame, we move to daily chart. And based on daily chart, we are within this move. Okay, can we expect this one turn to a more complex correction before we get the continuation or not? This is what we need to know. And if we want to buy, we should know that we are going to buy at the top of this correction. May this one give us one more drop before we see the continuation. And if we move to forward chart, and this is what we have based on forward chart right now, this is what we are looking for. We want to see whether this one can, because as we can see, we get the reversal, but the prices start to correct here. Can we expect the price to break the top? All right, how we can look for trade? Maybe the price can break the top as what we expect. I mean, explain based on daily chart, then we get one more drop. Just mean this one turn to a more complex correction before we get the reversal. All right, now want to see how we can look for trade. In this case, we move to 1 hour chart. Okay, based on 1 hour chart, we can look at this one as a 3 waves flat. Maybe this is the start of the up move. But if this is the start of the up move, how we can look for trade? Either having entry above this or above this stop. Okay, but it's very risky because the price can simply take and drop. And even if the price break, we put our entry here, price can take this one based on forward chart. We mentioned if I move to forward chart, we mentioned the price can take, this is the previous stop, take without breaking this stop, it can give us one more drop, and this is what we can look for. Now, how are we going to look for trade? Having entry above this or above here? Both of them is very risky. Okay, and the best thing is if we get one more drop. That means this one internally we get a flat. This in relative to that, we look for this flat in relative to this sharp move. Any reversal, if we get any trade set up within this move, either based on 1 hour or 15 minutes, we take the trade, and with the breakout of this stuff, we start to manage. Okay, this is the best option we can look for. But if the price continue from here, having entry above this or above here can be an option. But what we want the price break and continue. And as I explained, the possibility of this one to give us one more drop is very high. That's why simply the price can take and reverse. In that case, we can have entry above this. But again, based on forward and daily chart, we mentioned overall, the bigger correction can turn to more complex correction. That's why even the having entry above this, we need to be really careful. Then having entry above any of this, it depends on the traders and how they can manage it. Okay, but as I mentioned, the best thing is let this one give us one more drop. If we get one more drop, then this is the best we can look for buy, because at that times we can confirm whether we can get the reversal or not. And if the price continue from here, for those traders, they can manage, they can take the risk, maybe they can have entry above the stop. But if not, just let the price break the previous stop. Then from there, if we see there is a continuation, from there we can look for next trade setup. All right, because we want to see the price can, if I move to daily chart, will be more clear, because we want to see daily chart, because we want to see whether the price can break this correction or not. Okay, anyway, if I move to 1 hour chart again, having entry above any of this can be an option, but it's really risky. And what we want the price break and continue the price tag, which is not moving. We just within the first or second hours, we take out the trade. But the best thing is let this one give us one more drop, any reversal based on, if we get any reversal, any trade setup, either 1 hour or 15 minutes, we can take the trade. Because at that time, with the breakout of this stuff, we start to manage. Anyway, We just follow the chart. We want to see how we can get the trade set up from this correction. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. And how about if the price start to correct above here? That means go as a trade setup. At that time, we can consider to have entry above this. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share.